Right now on ABC 10 News at 4 o'clock, breaking news in the major cyber attack on one of our biggest healthcare providers. Nearly 150,000 people now finding out their personal information was stolen. The response to try to protect people from identity theft and fraud. Plus, one firefighter killed, another injured in a shooting in LA County. What investigators are revealing about the gunman. And our tourism industry starting to get back to normal, the big boost that could be coming later this summer.
ABC 10 News starts now with breaking news.
Right now, we're tracking two breaking news stories. On your left, Scripps Health now revealing that almost 150,000 patients had their information stolen during last month's cyber attack. On the right, a deadly shooting at a Los Angeles County fire station. One firefighter was killed, another injured. Thank you for joining us on this busy Tuesday. I'm Kimberly Hunt. And we have reporters gathering details on both of these stories. We begin with the Scripps hack. ABC 10 News reporter Jennifer Kastner has been investigating the wide impact since the attack happened. And Jennifer, a lot of San Diegans now trying to figure out how to protect themselves.
Yes, Kimberly, thousands of people are affected by this. Scripps is now reporting that both health and financial information was compromised. It's a major update in this massive cyber attack that we've been reporting on for several weeks now. In a press release that was released this afternoon, Scripps wrote that it's determined that an unauthorized person got into its network and got copies of some of its documents before deploying ransomware. And while the electronic medical record application known as Epic was not breached, health information and personal financial information was acquired. Scripps said it's now sending out 147,000 letters to patients so they can take steps to protect their information. And for the less than 2.5% of those individuals whose social security numbers and or driver's license numbers were involved, Scripps will be providing complimentary credit monitoring and identity protection support services. Scripps also said that there's no indication yet that any of this data has been used to commit fraud. A few hours ago, we spoke to a cybersecurity expert, Alex Hammerstone with TrustedSec, who said there are still many questions about the compromised health information in particular.
Not to ever belittle, any kind of financial loss, but for the average consumer, really, if your credit card is breached or something like that, you have a lot of recourse. But when it comes to our health data, that's really something that's so personal to us, and I think people are much more concerned about that type of personal information being out there than some of the other things that we've seen in the past.
And Scripps added that the investigation is ongoing. It still doesn't know the content of the remaining documents that it believes are involved. The process of reviewing all of that will likely take several more months. Reporting live tonight, Jennifer Kastner, ABC 10 News.
Thank you, Jennifer. And cybersecurity experts recommend a credit freeze for anyone whose personal and financial information may have been compromised. It's free and it restricts access to your credit report, so a new line of credit cannot be opened until you remove the freeze. You can also add a fraud alert to your credit report, which forces a business to verify your identity before issuing a line of credit. And that lasts for 1 year on your credit. It's also free. And you will want to monitor your accounts daily and report any suspicious activity to your bank or your credit card company. And when possible, use a credit card instead of a bank card for purchases. That's because most credit cards assume liability for fraud. Now to the deadly shooting at a fire station in northern Los Angeles County. One firefighter is dead, another wounded. ABC 10 News anchor Derek Stahl is joining us from the Live Center. And Derek, they're now saying another firefighter has been killed?
Yeah, so Kim, 3 firefighters involved here. We just learned in the last 30 minutes that the suspected shooter here is a firefighter who worked with the 2 other victims. One of those victims was killed, the other was wounded, and they all worked together at Fire Station 81, just north of Santa Clarita in an area called Agua Dulce. Now, just before 11 a.m., there was a 911 call about a shooting at this fire station. Crews found a 44-year-old firefighter with multiple gunshot wounds to his upper torso. He was pronounced dead at the scene. A fire captain was also shot. That 54-year-old was airlifted to the hospital in critical condition, and you can see the helicopter there landing on the roof of the hospital. Now, deputies say the suspect, an off-duty firefighter, fled the scene and then barricaded himself in his home in Acton, and you can see what happened next. That home suddenly went up in flames. With law enforcement outside, deputies later spotted someone floating in the backyard pool with a gunshot wound to the head. They believe that person is the suspect, and they say it appears that person shot themselves. At this point, they have not approached the home to verify out of concern for officer safety. Now, the fire chief of LA County Fire spoke just a few moments ago, was very emotional. Take a listen.
As a fire chief, I've dealt with a lot of death and a lot of fallen members of my department. And I've always prayed that we would never have a line of duty death. And never thought that if it occurred, that it would occur in this fashion.
Okay, so 2 victims here. The wounded fire captain underwent emergency surgery, and we're told he's now in critical but stable condition. The 44-year-old firefighter specialist who was killed, coworkers are describing him as loyal, brave. He was a member of that department for over 20 years. So far, the names of the 3 people involved have not been released. In the Live Center, I'm Derek Stahl, ABC 10 News.
Such a tragedy. Thank you, Derek. And checking on how San Diego is rebounding from the pandemic, San Diego hotels and restaurants got a taste of a return to normalcy Memorial weekend. The region was swarming with tourists, but we are still far from back to normal. ABC 10 News reporter John Horn is joining us now live downtown. And John, some hotels tell you they hit 90% capacity over these last few days?
Yes, Kimberly, including the one that I'm standing on. This is the Intercontinental San Diego. That 90% number way down, although there's still a couple of people up at the pool deck. The real story over the weekend, though, was basically the Embarcadero. There were a lot more people than what you're seeing right now. That includes over at Seaport Village. Those numbers now down. That is the reality that is setting in for our travel industry as we head into the week. Rick Heisen and 2-year-old Zoe spent their Memorial weekend on the shores of Dog Beach in OB. It's something they and their dog Thor weren't able to do a year ago.
Because of the pandemic, we just stay home. Nothing can do at all because everything's closed.
Heisen's family was one of thousands of tourists checking into San Diego hotels for Memorial Weekend 2021. The Auto Club naming San Diego as one of the top destinations for the holiday. The Tourism Authority reported hotels near full capacity, with some families starting their vacations a day early on Thursday.
It's Memorial Day, so it's been a while because of the pandemic. So yeah, so we got vaccinated and stuff, and now we love going here.
Over the weekend, tourist hotspots like Seaport Village saw lines outside restaurants with socially distant outdoor seating areas full. Hotel capacity reaching levels last seen around Labor Day before San Diego entered the purple tier. The demand for leisure travel pent up since.
We just stay home, binge watch, Netflix, Amazon Prime.
But it's now back to reality. At the Intercontinental, for instance, more than 50% of the guests checked out Monday. The continuing problem, weekend guests are not being replaced with midweek travelers for meetings and conventions, emptying out hotels. The biggest meetings are not scheduled to come back to the convention center until the beginning of August. That first convention, August 1st, at the convention center, expected to draw about 5,000 people. Now, at 5 o'clock, we're going to give you a little bit more numbers about how quickly the hotel's occupancy emptied after the holiday weekend. Put that into context for you. But for now, live downtown, John Horn, ABC 10 News.
An encouraging trend, John. Thank you. More cash and prizes are up for grabs for people who get vaccinated against COVID-19. ABC 10 News reporter Rachel Bianco shows us the new incentives that CVS is offering to help get California closer to herd immunity.
The San Diego County Health Department says nearly 69% of San Diegans 12 and up have received at least one shot of the COVID-19 vaccine. Roughly 54% are fully vaccinated, not enough to achieve herd immunity. Dr. Christian Ramers of Family Health Centers of San Diego says he is still hearing the same excuses.
The first is that, well, my risk isn't very high. COVID's going away. And so I don't really need to worry about it. I'd like to point out that COVID's going away because of all the other people that got vaccinated.
Dr. Raymer says some patients think the vaccines were rushed or they don't want to be inconvenienced by possible side effects.
It's a minor price to pay, a day or two of side effects, to protect you from something that's really could be devastating.
Last week, California's governor announced a new multi-million-dollar incentive program to encourage more to get the shot. It includes $100 million in $50 gift cards for the next 2 million newly vaccinated, and more than $16 million in cash prizes for all vaccinated residents.
Those who are kind of on the fence and we're just waiting to be pushed, I think that it's definitely going to help them.
People who get the vaccine at CVS could also win big. Starting today, the pharmacy giant is offering vaccinated customers a chance to win cash, vacations, Super Bowl tickets, and more. The winners will be announced over the next 6 weeks. Rachel Bianco, ABC 10 News.
Some military personnel say they are being left out of the state's incentive program because service members don't report to the California Vaccine Registry. And we took that concern to staff members at the governor's office. They tell us they're working on how to include people who were vaccinated through federal facilities. And President Joe Biden is marking the 100th anniversary of the Tulsa Race Massacre. He traveled to Tulsa today to tour the Cultural Center. Photographs there memorialize the hundreds of Black Americans killed by a white mob in the Greenwood neighborhood. The president listened to 3 living survivors and outlined his administration's efforts to combat racial inequality.
We must find the courage to change the things we know we can change.
The White House focused on help for minority-owned businesses and addressing racial discrimination in the housing market.